That's good. That's good. Oh man. Ish.
Sheikh, can you please answer the Sunan Abi Dawood 4142. Now, I know Muhammad Hijab and Ali Dawa blackmail Sheikh Mohammed, and I know he can't support you here today. But Sheikh Mohammed, Sheikh Ibn Hazan, whatever your name is, Sheikh, what does this mean? Sunan Abi Dawood 4142, the Messenger of Allah mentioned bedding and said there should be a bedding for a man, bedding for his wife, and third for a guest, but a fourth for the devil. What does that mean, Sheikh? What does that mean? So there should be one bedding for a man, one bedding for his wife, one for a guest, but fourth for the devil. Why is this written in your hadiths? Now you mentioned about Ibn Ishaq about the seerah. Do you know Ibn Ishaq mentioned about these satanic verses? Ibn Ishaq in his seerah about Rasul, about Muhammad, agrees that Muhammad has satanic verses. Why are you following a prophet who talked about satanic verses? Who prophesied about Allah's Lat, Manat and Uzat? Why are you believing this prophet, Sheikh? You talk to this man, but why didn't you want to answer my question, Sheikh? Why didn't you want to engage with Christians? We know you're doing this for money, we know you're doing this for your honor. But we are here to expose your deen, we're here to expose Islam, Sheikh. You don't want to answer. Are you going to be like Sheikh Muhammad and run away? Where's Muhammad Hijab and Ali Dawa hidden in Sheikh Muhammad, Sheikh? Come on, answer the question. Why doesn't your Sheikh want to answer the question? You guys say to us, go to the Sheikh. We are here, he doesn't want to answer the question. You have said to us, go to the Sheikh, but he doesn't want to answer the question. Why doesn't he want to answer the question? What is he scared of?
Maybe just don't want to talk to you.
But he talks to everybody else who acts like clowns. If I'm acting like a clown, why doesn't he want to talk to me?
He could choose to talk to you.
What's he scared of though? When I brought up this hadith, why is he scared to answer it?
He just doesn't want to speak to you.
Where's Sheikh? Do you know where Sheikh? Where's he hidden, Sheikh Muhammad? Is he involved in the Misyar marriage with Muhammad Hijab? Because you guys are always attacking us Christians, telling us to go to your Dawah Gandhis, but the Dawah Gandhis don't want to answer the question. I'm asking him about Muhammad Hijab and Ali Dawa and Sheikh Muhammad, but he doesn't want to answer about that. So this is the thing, your Dawah Gandhis, your Islamic Da'is, they don't want to talk to Christians. They don't want to talk to people who have some idea about your hadiths.
Why? Why do you think that's the case?
Because we can expose them. And they're doing this for money. They're doing this because of their honor in Saudi Arabia or in the UK. Because when they go to the masjid, they get greeted. They get greeted by the people and they love this honor and fame. But we are here. We are here willing to lay our life down for Christ. And we can expose Islam. And he does not want to answer a hadith that I brought up. And he mentioned something about Ibn Ishaq. He mentioned a seerah. But in the seerah of Ibn Ishaq, it talks about Muhammad giving a prophecy to Allah, to Lat, Uzat and Manat. He's following a prophet who gave a false prophecy. Now Sheikh, I've given you a hadith in Sunan Abi Dawood 4142. The Messenger of Allah mentioned bedding and said there should be a bedding for a man, bedding for his wife, and third for a guest, but a fourth for the devil. Why is your prophet saying this? Why is your prophet inviting the devil to his house? Why? See, this is the reality. Your Sheikh does not want to answer the question. You're saying to us Christians that we go to unknowledge Muslims, but I'm going to knowledgeable Christians. Why doesn't he want a knowledgeable Muslim? Why doesn't he want to answer the question? What is he scared of? What's he scared of, Sheikh? Come on, Sheikh, answer the question.
You're harassing me now.
Do you want to have a time discussion?
You are harassing me.
Do you want to have a time discussion?
Discuss with you.
A time
You
discussion.
are harassing me.
A time discussion.
Get that police officer, please. He's harassing
We can have a time discussion, Sheikh. See, he doesn't want to discuss. He doesn't want to have a discussion, man. Doesn't want to. See, this is the reality. Now we are here to expose Islam. It's not about winning the arguments. We can lose the arguments, but we are here to expose Muhammad, to expose Islam. Now, he talked about Ibn Ishaq seerah to the atheist, but when I implied a question upon him, he didn't want to answer it. In the seerah Rasul Ibn Ishaq mentions a satanic false prophecy of Muhammad. When Muhammad gave a false prophecy to Lat, Uzat and Manat. And he doesn't want to answer this. And I also inquired to him about the hadith when Muhammad invited the devil. In Sunan Abi Dawood 4142 it says, the Messenger of Allah mentioned bedding and said there should be a bedding for a man, bedding for his wife, and third for a guest, but a fourth for the devil. Muhammad has invited the devil to a bedding. Why is the Prophet saying this? Why can't he answer the question? Why can't he answer the question? That's what I want to know. I want to know where Sheikh Muhammad is. Where have they hidden him? Is he dead or is he alive? Why aren't they answering the question? I want to inquire about his welfare. Why is Muhammad Hijab Muhammad Hijab and Ali Dawa, your so-called apologists, they are lying to you. They want money and fame. The prayer mats they're selling to you, they're not revealing to you about the donations. Are these donations going? They're making donations for Palestine, but we do not know where these donations are going. And Sheikh Muhammad Hijab has recently been in a scandal for a mutta marriage. And now he's blackmailed the Sheikh that comes to speak his corner. There used to be a Sheikh called Sheikh Muhammad. We have no idea where he has gone. There's been evidence that Sheikh Muhammad and Ali Dawa have blackmailed Sheikh Muhammad Hijab, and Ali Dawa have blackmailed this Sheikh Muhammad, and now he has stopped coming to the park. Where have they kept him? Have they killed him? We're not getting any answers. They're lying to you, these sheikhs.
Okay. Any final message to Muslims watching?
Any Muslim watching, don't listen to your da'is. You always say to us Christians, why don't you go to knowledgeable Muslims? I've asked them a question. We can go to as many Muslim apologists here, they won't answer the question. We are not afraid of losing the base. We want to expose Islam and expose what Muhammad did. But they don't want to answer any question about Muhammad. They go to people with little knowledge. They go to atheists or Christians with no knowledge whatsoever. No knowledge about Muhammad whatsoever. When they find somebody with a little knowledge about Muhammad, that he married Aisha at the age of 9, that Muhammad has sex slaves, Muhammad traded 2 Arab slaves for a black slave, that Muhammad couldn't free Bilal. They do not want to answer these questions. They do not want to answer about Muhammad beating his wife up, about Surah 434. They don't want to answer about these verses. About Muhammad being influenced by black magic. They don't want to answer anything about this. But go to the little knowledge of Christians and atheists. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Ish. Well done, Ish.
Expose the da'i right there.